At least I died from old age. You went out like a bitch. I'm drinking Fireball, and this is the end of an era. A 15-year journey. I started this journey with my dad, and he's one of the many warriors who fell along the way. Not to mix reality with fiction, but you know what I'm saying. This is metaphorical here. And I'm reminded of the season 5 finale, which is, as we all know, was supposed to be the original series finale 10 years ago. 10 years ago, a fucking decade ago. Where were you a decade ago? Um, Endings are hard. Endings are really hard. Beginnings are easy. Any chimp can do a beginning. I'm paraphrasing, but I also believe this myself. I've got a script I've been working on for 2 years, and I can't end it. I don't know how to end it. In a satisfying way. Anybody can end it. You can end it, but in a satisfying way. I don't know how the hell you end this. Like they already wrapped up the main fucking conflict, right? So what the hell is it? I have no idea what the is there going to be any conflict in this episode? Maybe trying to find Cass. I don't know. Like they've got 42 minutes to fill, and I have no idea where any conflict. Like a fucking rogue demon's still alive. They got to kill the last demon on Earth. Like who gives a shit, right? So it's an epilogue. It's kind of like the Sandman series, the most brilliant graphic novel series ever written. Had a 3-issue epilogue called The Wake. There was no conflict in that. It was all about resolution. So I have a feeling that's what this is going to be. After 15 years, they deserve an episode just to wrap up the character arcs with no conflict. I suspect that's what it's going to be, so I'm not really going to do any predictions. I have no idea what the fuck's... Sam and Dean are going to live. I think to kill either one of them after they defeated Chuck would be a huge disservice to a 15-year fan base, right? You can't do that. Like, you cannot do it. Even them going to heaven, which I think would be the perfect thing. They go to heaven, they get to create their own heaven, they probably share the heaven, maybe with Cass and their family and shit, you know what I mean by family. I don't think fans would be satisfied with that. I would be satisfied with that. I would be satisfied with that in my life, right? Be able to know you're going to heaven, eternal paradise, that'd be fucking awesome, man. That would be the perfect ending for them. I don't think fans would be happy with that because they're dead. Like, if fans don't want that. And we know in 10 years there could be they could revisit this. Not a reboot, but a sequel series. They're doing it with Dexter, you know? They've done it with a lot of shows now, so we know that could be on the horizon. That's another reason they're not going to kill him off. Even though in this universe, you could totally just bring him back to life. I mean, at any point. But they will have aged 10 years from now. So we might all be sitting here 10 years from now watching the sequel series, which I would actually enjoy. So they're not going to kill him. So I have no idea what's going to happen. So instead, I just want to comment on the last episode. And I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong, because I might totally be wrong about this. But I believe that was the first time they ever defeated a big bad using only their own ingenuity. Their ingenuity, okay? See, every other series that I can think of, I've been racking my brains. And some of the ones in between, like I remember the first 7 really clearly because I've rewatched those seasons so often. I haven't really rewatched the last few seasons, so I could be wrong. But think about it. Like, okay, so you got to destroy the Leviathan, right? So what do? You dig up a tablet and you read from the tablet how to do it. In other words, somebody 3, 4, 5, 10,000, 100,000 years ago, they figured out how to fucking defeat your big bad, and they wrote it down. And you had to go find that recipe, and you just followed the recipe. What's more impressive? I create a cake recipe out of thin air like nobody had ever created this cake before, or I make a cake based on a recipe somebody else made. Somebody else invented that recipe. Which one's more impressive? I mean, come on, we know it's more impressive. So, either they use an old weapon, the market cane, or a blade, or a fucking pendant, or a totem, or a spell that somebody else invented, and that's what they use to beat the big bad every fucking season. Except for this one. This time, they used their fucking brains. Now, you could say, well, they couldn't have done it without Jack's ability to soak up power, but I mean, at some point you can always take it, but you can reduce it down to the fact where like, okay, they got lucky or whatever. But they had to come up with that fucking plan. They came up to play and they outmaneuvered Michael and God. They outmaneuvered. They outthunk them. They didn't follow a recipe somebody else wrote down fucking 3,000 years ago. Yeah, sure, they went through the ingenuity of like finding the recipe that was lost and nobody knew where it was, but it's still something somebody made 3,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, whatever. This time they did that shit on their own. I love that. I really, really love that they did this one. I know they've always like they had to do the work on the ground. Like they get the weapon, you still have to use the weapon. You have to get to the person. You have to stab that fucking demon knight of hell bitch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I still had to do the hard work, but this time it was 100% them as far as I'm concerned. So I love that the last finale, the last big bad defeated, was purely their own ingenuity. They did not steal off anybody else's notes. They didn't copy anybody else's notes. They did it themselves. See, we thought like if they had read the ending in a book and done that, then yeah, it would have been the same as every other season finale, right? No, they used that as a fucking red herring, and then they use their own brain. So I cannot express how much I love that. I just wanted to put that on record. Well, like I said, I have no fucking clue what they're gonna be doing with this. So let's just get into it, man. I have no idea. I'm really excited to see this. I know it's gonna be satisfying. I've already seen one extremely satisfying finale for a series that had been really gotten way worse than Supernatural has ever gotten. No matter, I don't care what season you hate of Supernatural. We all hate one of the seasons, right? I don't care what season you hate of Supernatural. Blind Spot, the last two seasons were worse, especially that last season. But somehow they nailed the finale. I've never seen that before. So I'm hoping this will be the second consecutive series finale that they just massively stick to landing. Let's get this shit. One last time. Carry on, Wayward Sons. Why the hell would you set an alarm? Unless he's got a J-O-B. That must be his real dog. I kind of assumed the end of the series would be there would be no more monsters of any kind. The monsters would just be gone. That maybe Chuck had created all the monsters, you know?
You sure you're ready for this? Well, I don't have a choice. This is my destiny.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you crying? What? You're crying.
One last job. They deserve this. I've driven further for Taco John's, which they don't have in my area. It's like 300 miles away. I've driven that 300 miles before. Let the man enjoy his fucking pie. Okay, yeah. Okay, Cass. I get it.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck yeah. Wow. Really? You gonna waste some pie? That's almost as bad as wasting liquor.
Bath time.
Who the fuck are you? He's a terrible searcher. I wouldn't trust that motherfucker to look for my keys. Pitiful. Okay, that's better. Really? They're coming to a fucking simple home invasion?
Yeah,
They ain't no damn case.
thanks for your time.
I think they're going to find out there are no monsters left. That's the point of all
I
this.
recognize it.
It's all humans.
Those that weren't drained had their tongues ripped out.
Well, that sounds similar, actually, you know? I thought it'd be a tenuous connection at best.
You know what? A blade this small, I'm gonna have to keep sawing and sawing to get your head off.
Jesus Christ. That's dark.
Muscle.
They're with the nest.
So monsters are still around. I'm kind of disappointed. Why the mask, though? It's interesting. I mean, just literally, they were never gone on the fucking hunter's radar if they just used their faces and the kid had drawn a face, right?
Come on, one time.
One last time.
Why not? No.
You're a toddler. Why the mask? You guys are at home. It'd be like me wearing a business suit inside my house. Like, what the hell? Or, better yet, COVID mask inside the house. I'm not saying it's bad writing or anything. I'm just curious why, right? Like, maybe it's like a stormtrooper outfit. I mean, they wear their armor inside the Death Star, so, you know. Really, Sam? You had to get knocked out one last time? Another fine mess you brought us into.
I know you.
I don't.
Jenny.
Who the hell is Jenny? She's like, I bet she ranks 235th on the list of bad guys on this series.
It's like running into somebody in high school, somebody you don't want to see.
Right?
Well, you look good. You do. Getting a little dead, but,
yeah. Stop talking. Oh, shit. Well, she came back for her 3 lines, They had to bring somebody back, I guess. So why not the 235th, most awesome villain from the series history? I was literally like, who the fuck is Jenny? Sup, bitch? Yeah, the last guy, that's gotta be a lonely job. You're the last one. Oh, shit. Jesus. What a way to go, man. Vampire number 7 got it.
Okay, I got you. No. Don't move me. Just give me a minute.
I don't think a minute's gonna help you, dude.
No.
Vampire number 7, man. This is how you went out.
It's always gonna end like this for me.
Pathetic.
It's supposed to end like this, right?
I kind of agree. It's fitting he goes down fighting. I can't see him going down like, what was the listener said? He wanted to die at 197, choking to death on a 18-year-old's bra strap.
And I came for you, and you at school.
This brings us right back to the beginning.
And me.
This is a great acting moment.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Jensen was on the Michael Rosenbaum podcast, and he was talking about like how much it meant to him that he was able to get those months off before shooting these last 2 episodes, because this just wouldn't have been as powerful if they hadn't had that rest. Like they were able to give everything to these 2 episodes, man, everything.
I love you so much.
I don't think they've ever said to each other that they love each other. Maybe they did. I don't remember, but like, I don't think they did. And Sam didn't say it back, which is already hurtful.
I did not. I need you to tell me that it's okay. You tell me it's okay.
Just fucking tell him, asshole. Jesus. I know from experience, whatever they ask you, the answer is yes, man. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to go back to college, you're going to marry the girl, you're going to divorce somebody, whatever, man.
It's okay.
Whatever somebody says in a deathbed, you just fucking rubber stamp that shit, asshole. Jesus. I still can't believe Vampire number 7 is what they got it. It's unbelievable, man. Very fitting, but just astonishing. This is my favorite Dire Straits song. Excellent. I looked it up. Those lighters cost $25 a pop, and these motherfuckers start fires by just throwing a fucking lighter in the fire. Dad and I bitched about this shit for fucking 15 years. They're constantly doing that shit on this show. Motherfuckers have spent thousands of dollars in lighters by now. You light a fucking branch and you throw the branch in there, dumbass. Jesus. I actually think, as much as I like this song, I think it's a cop-out to just put a pop song on, in filmmaking. Quentin Tarantino, he didn't start this shit, but he definitely popularized it. You should have composed music, and they probably just don't have the budget to do that on a TV show. But you should have composed music here, man. Not even with lyrics, just music. It's just so cheap to just cop out. Just throw some fucking pop song you like on there, The fuck you want?
Hello?
Hi, Agent Bon Jovi?
No. I'd have let that shit go to the message, man.
I'm on my way.
I'm not even saying don't take the job. Just let it go to the message, man. You're a mess right now. This does raise the question, what's up with the dog when you're on a mission, right? They will eat through their food in one day and then starve. Best thing they ever did was create this set and this whole legacy thing. The meta letters. It was a brilliant move. That's when the series started going back up, and it never really dropped after that. Until then, it was kind of floundering, you know. Like I said at the beginning, man, this is the story. This is the way I would have gone with it. Let them go to heaven, man. Perfect ending, because then you know they're safe forever. Fuck yeah, excellent.
Made some changes here. Busted my ass out. And then he set some things right.
Smack some of those bitch ass angels
Tore
around.
down all the wall. Everyone happy. Everyone together.
Fuck yeah.
Rufus lives about 5 miles that way with Aretha. Thought she'd had better taste.
No, they didn't.
And your mom and dad. It ain't just heaven, Dean. It's the heaven you deserve.
Goddamn right.
And we've been waiting for you.
I'll allow it because it's heaven's beer. Amateur.
Just like this.
I didn't think they would do this, man. I really
Almost
didn't.
perfect.
This is perfect. Yeah, Sam will be along
Could be
shortly.
wrong.
Exactly. You don't have to walk. I was just imagining him walking to his parents' house. This is really brilliant because Dean would be the one to die fighting, and Sam would be the one to live on. He's always wanted to not be a hunter. Some part of him wanted to not be a hunter. So that is absolutely perfect. Glasses do make you look older, that's for sure. Look at this old. The one thing they can't duplicate is when you get older, you gain weight. And I know I'm a fat ass saying this, but I'm saying everybody does, right? He would too. Now, this age makeup looks excellent. I'm actually a little choked up. That's how good the makeup is. They really sell it. Just reminds me of my dad on his deathbed, you know. See, they didn't go overboard. Just did a little bit up here, a little bit right here. Because that's another thing that happens. When you get really old, then you lose the weight again, you know? They just couldn't duplicate the weight in the intermediate stage when you're in his 60s. He's probably in his 80s by now. They never show his wife, by the way. Dick move. They know the fans hate it when the Winchester brothers get girls. It'll be really nice if they stop playing proprietary music so I could use the audio. Damn.
Hey, Sammy.
Be hilarious if we turn around as Crawley instead. Hello, boy. At
Pete.
least I died from old age. You went out like a bitch. Vampire number 7. Absolute fucking perfection. Perfection. It's exactly how I fucking did. Literally, the only thing I want to change is when Chuck died, the monsters just all go away. That's what I would have done. You know, they're just gone. Like, no more hunting necessary, right? Other than that, absolute fucking protection. I would say at the beginning, they ended up in heaven is the way you want to do it. They're safe. They're going to be happy forever, right? That's how you fucking end this shit, man. Eat my ass, Lost. Eat my ass, Battlestar Galactica. They fucking nailed this shit, boy. Top 5 TV series finale ever. Absolutely fucking spectacular, man. Just spectacular. I do think it's fucking... Like I said, the fans hate them ever being with a woman, so they said, fuck his wife. Fuck the love of his life. He was with her for 40 years. Fuck her. We ain't even showing her for 1 second. A son's allowed, though. Oh, man, just fucking perfect, man. Absolute perfection. I'm really curious. I want to... I don't even know if it's just going to be on DVD. I'd love to hear a DVD commentary to find out what they changed because of the pandemic. You know, because they had all that extra time to think about the shit and to write, you know. Because in the hustle and bustle of creating a series, like, you had to be writing as they were producing, right? You just never have enough time. You do the best you can, but you never have enough time. This gave them time to really hammer out the last 2 episodes and just perfect them. I wonder what they changed. It felt like the previous episode, I think maybe, and I may be completely wrong about that, maybe what they were going to do the whole time. But you know how like there was just an empty world, like it allowed them to shoot without a bunch of extras and a bunch of guest stars. There weren't even many guests. There was only one guest star in this episode, right? It allowed them to, well, the son, I guess, but it allowed them to shoot without people, so like they could fulfill the COVID protocols. That feels like something they changed. Maybe they were going to go a different direction. I don't know, but it all worked, man. It was seamless. That's why I think maybe there was a plan all along. But I'm extremely curious because I want to know how the sausage is made. I'm extremely curious what this would have looked like without COVID, like without all that extra 6 months to think about this shit. Because I'll say one thing: whether they changed a word of it or not, this was perfection. So I don't know what else to say, man. Like just fucking awesome. Two things. One thing, I want to share a hilarious meme I just saw. I finished recording. I immediately, of course, went on. This is Friday morning, about 6 a.m. after the finale from last night. So I went on Twitter. First thing I see is this hilarious meme, so I'm going to put this up here right now. It's just fantastic, man. That's just absolutely fantastic. I love that. Also, Cass. Somebody else was talking about Cass and how he got mad. They were saying hypothetically, like Cass would be mad that he dies from a rusty nail right after Cass sacrificed his life for him. But it made me think, Cass wasn't in the finale. Like, he was referenced, but he wasn't in the finale. And at first I was like, you know what? That's fucked up. It's important. He's been to the show. He's been on the show for a fucking decade. And, that's kind of fucked up that he's not in the finale. But I thought about it some more, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually perfect. It makes the finale even more perfect because the show didn't start with Cass. It started with the two brothers. It has to end with the two brothers. It would have been easy, and you've seen this on so many other shows. Buffy comes to mind, but so many of these other shows, a character comes along. Spike wasn't important until season 4, really. I mean, if we're going to be real about it. Maybe season 5. You could even argue season 6 in some cases. But like, he was such a major part of the fucking finale, and he gets to make the sacrifice, heroic sacrifice at the end and shit. Dude, you didn't earn that shit. You weren't even fucking around. He was in, for the first 3 seasons, that son of a bitch was in maybe 12 episodes total in the first 3 full seasons. So I like the fact that this series ended the way it started with just the two brothers. As important as Cass is, and we all love Cass. I love Cass. They gave Cass his moment before he died. They gave him that, right? I like that. I just wanted to add that because I just think that was another perfect grace note on this series. The series finale. Absolutely perfect. That was just brilliant. I'm going to keep gushing, so I'm going to shut the fuck up now for good. But I just wanted to add that because I thought that was another great note.